Hello my dear friends and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. Happy April 1st everyone. Today is April Fool's Day, but everything in this video is for real. As with every year, you will see some funny articles and posts out there. Have fun with them, but make sure not to be fooled. But with that disclaimer said, let's get to the news of the day. So we begin with a really exciting tease for The Mandalorian Season 3 and also Ahsoka. Now funnily enough, the other day I released a speculation video where I theorized why I think Sabine Wren should appear in The Mandalorian Season 3 as well as Ahsoka after it. Now as we know, Natasha Liu Bordizzo was rumoured to have been cast, and now, thanks to an exclusive interview with Bustle, this seems more or less confirmed. Not only that, but my theory about her appearing in The Mandalorian before Ahsoka might come true. In this article, it's teased that this year she's going to feature in her biggest role yet. And bear in mind, The Mandalorian Season 3 just wrapped filming and is still rumoured for a late 2022 slot, with Ahsoka filming later this month and set for a 2023 release date. And so my dear friends, let's dive into the nitty-gritty details. Natasha Liu Bordizzo isn't afraid to get morbid. The article starts by giving some of her background, her passion for health, fitness, meditation, and so on. And then midway through the article, we get the big reveal that confirms previous rumours. They say, after 8 years of acting, 2022 will mark a career high for reasons that Bordizzo is barred from discussing, for right now at least, except for its physical requirements. Now this is all but certainly for Star Wars, and there are two ways you can interpret this. Either they mean 2022 is a big year for her because Ahsoka is filming, but doesn't release until next year, or because she's actually going to appear in something in 2022. And something of this magnitude could only be The Mandalorian Season 3, which, as I said, is expected to come out this December. Now, I'm inclined to believe it could be both. A bit of fan discussion has emerged this morning surrounding this interview, and a couple of folks have pointed out how silent both her and Kevin McKidd have been on social media during the filming for The Mandalorian's third season, which, as confirmed by Carl Weathers and the crew members, has wrapped. A season that is meant to be very Mandalore-centric, while also rumoured to bring in elements from Star Wars Rebels. And when it comes to Rebels, the Ahsoka series is going to do the same. Now, the principal role of Sabine Wren in the Mando-verse is to continue from the Rebels epilogue, and the two are going to set off in their search for Thrawn and their friend Ezra Bridger. But I believe, as I put forward the other day, Sabine could head to Mandalore for a very important atonement ceremony, one that is going to be very important to the Mandalorians, as was rumoured by Bespin Bulletin and Making Star Wars. And then following this, she will embark with Ahsoka from Lothal, as we see in the Rebels finale. And Dave Filoni even said the Rebels finale might take place after the events of Mando. Now, to not repeat everything from that theory, go and check out the video if you're interested. I give my full breakdown. But the wording from this Bustle interview is really exciting, and we know how secretive these actors have to be, with the mouse watching their every online move. But something else worth pointing out is they also mention the physical requirements of her role, which is very much in line with Sabine's character and what you would expect to see from her in live action. Interestingly, they also mention her mastery of sword fighting, which kind of makes me hope that we will see some of that in live action, maybe if she gets her hands on the Darksaber again one day. But the more I read about her in this article, as well as her physical talents and the fact that she looks what you'd expect Sabine Wren to look like in live action, she really is the perfect pick for a live action version of the Rebels fan favourite. There is no question about it, at least in my opinion. I love little gems like this hidden in random articles, because if previous teases are anything to go by, especially for the Book of Boba Fett and The Mandalorian Season 2, they tend to be way more revealing than the authors intend, and fans know how to read between the lines when it comes to actors and the press, and I highly recommend you check out the full article at bustle.com/entertainment. And so now, my dear friends, let's talk about the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. What a massive news day it was yesterday when Ewan McGregor on his 51st birthday came out and announced the premiere is being moved from May the 25th to the 27th. But the good news is it's going to have a 2-episode premiere. Episodes 1 and 2 will fall on the Friday, which is also during Celebration. I broke it all down in my second of my 2 videos released yesterday. But now, my dear friends, we have some more news. A huge name at Pixar was involved in episode 5 of Kenobi. Now this makes a lot of sense because Making Star Wars have said in the past that this episode is going to be very emotional, and this is doubled down by the fact that Andrew Stanton wrote the episode. Let's break it all down. An official listing from the Writers Guild of America West via Reddit revealed that Andrew Stanton and Hannah Friedman are credited for writing several episodes of Kenobi. Stanton wrote episode 5, while Hannah Friedman wrote episodes 3 and 4. Stanton is famous for directing several Pixar films, such as Finding Nemo, WALL-E, and Finding Dory. In addition, Stanton also served as a writer on all 4 Toy Story films, as well as Monsters Inc., all of which, by the way, are already classics, especially Finding Nemo and WALL-E, 2 of the most emotional Pixar films out there. Meanwhile, Hannah Friedman worked as a feature writer of the Pixar Brain Trust and at Disney Feature Animation. She's also an executive producer on Lucasfilm's upcoming Willow series for Disney+. So Willow fans, this one's for you. So you might be wondering, what difference do these inclusions make? Well, actually quite a lot. Andrew Stanton and Hannah Friedman's inclusion in the show provides an added emotional boost to the series, considering the pair's impressive resume. Now, the exact plot details for Kenobi are still being kept under wraps, but we have had tons of leaks and rumours over the last few months. We know the show's going to focus on loss and bringing back a sense of hope for Obi-Wan. We also know there's going to be 2 duels between Vader and Kenobi. I can see Friedman and Stanton being absolute incredible assets to this series. Once again, some more proof that Deborah Chow knows exactly what she's doing. 56 days to go, 2 episodes on its premiere, and with episodes rumoured to be between 40 and 45 minutes in length, that is potentially 90 minutes of Obi-Wan Kenobi on day 1. Really great stuff. Now, speaking of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I will say there's been some leaked footage of a Vader versus Kenobi fight. I don't think it's fair to show it on screen. There could be some severe repercussions of it, and it's best not to spoil it for those who do not want to be spoiled beforehand. Rumours are rumours, leaks are leaks, but actual footage is a completely different ballgame, so I apologise if you wanted me to comment on it. All I'll say is it looks awesome, but I'm not going to show the footage. But to wrap things up, my dear Mandalorians, we do have an exclusive excerpt from the upcoming prequels novel, Star Wars Brotherhood, which I think is going to be an essential read in May. Well, we now learn this is the book where Obi-Wan Kenobi meets Asajj Ventress for the first time. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Asajj Ventress have been enemies and uneasy allies. And in this book, we'll learn about the genesis of their strained relationship, as the Sith apprentice to Count Dooku and Kenobi are both called into action on Cato Neimoidia. And the chemistry between the two is really quite something and shows you Obi-Wan's charming side. The dude knows how to converse. Star Wars Brotherhood releases on May the 10th. And with that said, my dear friends, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below of everything we spoke about. Are you looking forward to The Mandalorian Season 3, the Ahsoka series, and how do you feel about Obi-Wan Kenobi having a 2-episode premiere? As always, my dear friends, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and a massive welcome if you are. Welcome to the Mandalorian community. But I'm wishing you all a very happy start to April. I'll see you in the next one, guys. May the Force be with you always.